All right, viewers, the hijab fire continues to rage on. Day 6 of the hearing in courts ended today, but massive protests continue to spark across the country, not just in Karnataka, would it be? The latest that we are getting you, students were out in protest on the issue. Several students staged a protest outside the government college in Kodagu, demanding that hijabs be permitted inside the college. In Chitradurg, many girls in hijab were seen entering a heated argument with police officials. In the Milagri College of Udupi, few protesting Muslim students alleged that they were not allowed to attend the class and write the exam with hijab. There was chaotic scenes outside the gates of a college in Vijayapura, where the students alleged that the college authorities were not allowing women with tilak on their foreheads to enter the college. Advocate General representing the state government has made it clear that the decision on uniform is taken by the College Development Committee. The government has said that it will not interfere in the ongoing hijab controversy. Karnataka government alleged that the government has been dragged into the issue unnecessarily.
After a long leave, today this college is open. That is why we deployed more men. Yeah, only exams. Not full students are not coming to college. Only partial students are coming. 100% peaceful, no problem. Okay. All colleges and schools are running smoothly.
All right, let's move on to the big political controversy that is playing out in the state of Punjab and also in national politics. Punjab, the campaign in the state has ended, but the politics rages on as Punjab gets set to vote on the 20th of February, which is Sunday. The latest in the Kumar Vishwas Kejriwal row, accusation of Kejriwal being a separatist, are now emerging, with questions being asked by none else, the Prime Minister and the Congress.
शायद मैं दुनिया का सबसे स्वीट आतंकवादी होऊंगा। मोदी जी ने क्या किया, मेरे को गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं किया? इनकी एजेंसीज क्या कर रही थी अभी तक? इनको मेरे से डर लग रहा है।
Under fire for alleged Khalistani and separatist links, an angry Arvind Kejriwal broke his silence on Friday morning. Accused of pandering to the separatists in Punjab, just days before the state goes to polls, Arvind Kejriwal declared that he is not a terrorist.
ये लोग पंजाब को तोड़ने का सपना पाले हुए हैं। ये लोग सत्ता के लिए अलगाववादियों से भी हाथ मिलाने को तैयार है।
7 साल से बीजेपी की सरकार है, केंद्र में मोदी सरकार है। मोदी जी ने क्या किया, मेरे को गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं किया? इनकी एजेंसीज क्या कर रही थी अभी तक?
Kejriwal accused the Congress and the BJP of joining forces to stop AAP from winning in Punjab.
जो व्यक्ति आतंकवादी के घर में सो सकता है, वो पंजाब की रक्षा कहां से करेगा? जो आदमी डर जाता है, वो पंजाब की रक्षा कैसे करेगा?
इनको मेरे से डर लग रहा है। एक तरह से इन लोगों के लिए मैं आतंकवादी हूँ। जनता के लिए तो मैं स्कूल बनवाता हूँ, जनता के लिए अस्पताल बनवाता हूँ, लेकिन इन लोगों के लिए मैं आतंकवादी हूँ।
The Delhi Chief Minister said that he was under attack from all sides and that the entire system was against him.
सत्ता में आने के लिए तो कुछ भी कर डालेंगे। उनके एक साथी हैं, उनका कल बयान आया था, कह रहे थे कि केजरीवाल जी ने मुझे कहा कि अगर पंजाब के सीएम नहीं तो ठीक है, दुनिया के पहले नए देश के पीएम तो बन जाऊंगा मैं। आतंकवादियों के घर में जाके रहते हैं एक छोटे मियां साहब।
शायद मैं दुनिया का सबसे स्वीट आतंकवादी होऊंगा। आज तक तो मैं समझता हूं कि दुनिया में ऐसा कोई आतंकवादी पैदा नहीं हुआ जो सड़कें बनवाता है, पानी बनवाता है, बिजली ठीक करता है, लोगों को बिजली फ्री देता है, लोगों की सेवा करता है। ऐसा तो आतंकवादी आज तक कभी पैदा ही नहीं हुआ होगा।
He didn't spare his erstwhile colleague Kumar Vishwas and called him a propagandist who recites poetry.
मेरे अंदर जो था, जो मुझे पता था, वो निकल गया। यही मेरी क्वालिटी है कि मैं बोलता हूँ तो निकल जाता है। और उससे उसके चिंटुओं से ये कहना है कि आका की थोड़ी बहुत इज्जत बचानी है ना, तो मुझसे ज्यादा मत भिड़ो, वरना मैं सारी बता दूंगा क्या क्या है। कुछ सांपों के इलाज कुछ विशेष सपेरों पर होते हैं। ये दुर्भाग्यशाली है कि भारत की राजनीतिक पार्टियों के पास वो कौशल नहीं है कि वो ऐसे सपेरों को पिटारे में बंद कर सकें।
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने राहुल गांधी की स्पीच देखी, तब प्रधानमंत्री जी को समझ में आया कि इतना बड़ा आतंकवादी इस देश के अंदर पनप रहा है। ये तो शुक्र उस कवि का जो उसने इतना बड़ा आतंकवादी पकड़ लिया, नहीं तो इनकी सारी एजेंसीज नहीं पकड़ पाई थी। मतलब ये चल क्या रहा है?
Hours after his dramatic press conference, Arvind Kejriwal tweeted this cartoon. But his political opponents are not buying his defense.
AAP मतलब अरविंद एंटी पंजाब, जो पंजाब का मुख्यमंत्री बनने के साथ साथ खालिस्तान का प्रधानमंत्री बनने का भी सोच रखते हो, ऐसे आरोपी नहीं, ऐसे इनके साथियों ने बार बार कहा है। पंजाब की जनता इसको कभी मंजूर नहीं करेगी।
Please do not make Punjab the battleground for your own personal fights. This is a border state. There are sensitivities out here. I urge all these people not to indulge in this petty politics.
The heavy exchange of fire indicates the fight in Punjab is a tight one. With hours to go before the state votes, we will know on 10th of March whether this entire controversy is hurting the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, so that is what's happening in Punjab. The campaign has ended, but trust things to reach a crescendo tomorrow, the day before polling, as things will climax in terms of the heavy exchange over the separatist bar. Let's move on right now to Uttar Pradesh. It's curtains down on campaigning for the third phase in Uttar Pradesh, and a lot went down today with heavy artillery on display by all political parties in the fray. Well, UP will vote in the third phase on Sunday, the 20th of February.
समाजवादी पार्टी के लोग आज बौखला गए हैं। कारोहल में अपनी करारी हार को देखते हुए वे अब आपा खो चुके हैं। प्रोफेसर एसपी सिंह बघेल पर हुआ हमला उनकी इस कायराना हरकत को प्रदर्शित करता है, लेकिन चिंता करने की आवश्यकता नहीं भाइयों बहनों, चिंता करने की आवश्यकता नहीं। याद करना, हमने 5 साल के अंदर समाजवादी पार्टी के संरक्षण में पलने वाले पेशेवर गुंडे और अपराधियों के खिलाफ बिना किसी मान बनोबल के कार्रवाई की है, और मैं आपको आश्वासन देने के लिए आया हूं कि बुलडोजर को मरम्मत करने के लिए भेज दिया हूं। 10 मार्च के बाद जब ये फिर से चलना प्रारंभ होगा, तो जिन लोगों में अभी ज्यादा गर्मी निकल रही है, भाइयों बहनों, ये गर्मी 10 मार्च के बाद अपने आप शांत हो जाएगी।
All right, viewers, moving on, India Today has sourced the first video of the mysterious anonymous Himalayan yogi connected to the bizarre Chitra Ramakrishna case.
The biggest stock exchange in India, valued at a mind-blogging 3.5 trillion rupees. Deciding the fortunes of more than 50 million investors, allegedly operated effectively for more than 3 years by a yogi from the Himalayas. Chitra Ramakrishna was the CEO and MD of NSE from April 2013 to December 2016. All this while, she was reportedly in correspondence with an email rigyajur@outlook.com belonging to an unknown yogi from the Himalayas, taking his advice on all important matters of the exchange, as well as revealing to him confidential information regarding organizational structure, dividend scenario, financial results, human resource policy and related issues, and responses to regulator. Question is, who was this mysterious elusive yogi who controlled the biggest stock exchange in India? The SEBI orders in the matter quotes EY and NSE pointing fingers at this man, Anand Subramanian. Seen here with Chitra at an official function, he is reportedly the influence par excellence who remotely controlled NSE. In fact, in his avatar as Yogi, who Chitra claims she never met, Anand got himself appointed as Chief Strategic Officer of NSE the same day Chitra Ramakrishna was appointed CEO and MD. The SEBI report says he was interviewed only by Chitra for the post which was created only for him. There was no chief strategy officer in NSE before him. He had no employment documentation, his experience in finance could not be verified, and he was posted as an advisor to the MD with a highly inflated salary. While Anand Subramanian made 15 lakh a year in his previous job, he was given a salary package of 1.68 crore rupees. This was hiked to 2.01 crore in 2014 and 3.33 crore in 2015. His last increment was to 4.21 crore in 2016, a massive 151% in 3 years.
A lookout notice has been issued against Chitra Ramakrishna, Anand Subramaniam and another former CEO of NSE, Ravi Narayan, by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Other NSE functionaries would also be in the direct line of fire given the fact that the exchange was made aware of the email exchanges in late 2016 and yet allowed a graceful exit to Chitra Ramakrishna without taking any action against her. Munish Pandey in Delhi for India Today.
All right, viewers, let's move on to some international news. My colleague Gaurav Sawant tracking the crisis erupting between Russia and Ukraine as tensions rise. Ukrainian citizens are joining the militia just in case there is a conflict.
The snow here is quite symbolic of the freeze in ties between Russia and Ukraine. Now, in other times, this is actually a school, but right now, a training ground of sorts for forces, for militia, for civilians to fight at the borders. And you have people from different countries who are currently undergoing training here, being trained by the Georgian militia, the Georgian Legion. For example, Private Williams there is from the United States of America. He's from California. He's a combat medic, a war veteran. And this young man here, Sai, is from Tamil Nadu in India. He's otherwise studying to be an aerospace engineer. And let's talk to Sai. Sai, that's a very interesting insignia that I see here. We see the Ukrainian flag, we see the Georgian flag, and you're actually an Indian here in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And I see this dummy weapon in your hand, an AK-47 assault rifle dummy. You came here to study aerospace engineering. What are you studying right now?
I'm studying aerospace engineering in Kharkov. Yeah, that's it.
But you're also studying the art of war.
Yeah.
You've joined a legion.
Yes, I am 3 days ago.
3 days ago, you joined a legion to fight for Ukraine.
Yes, I am.
What kind of training are you undergoing, Sai?
Basic tactical stuff, survival and basic medic things. That's it.
So, will this impact your aerospace engineering?
If that depends on Russia. If they invade, yes.
Okay. So, as an Indian, what made you fight here in Ukraine?
I wanted to be in the army for a long time. Then situation, I came here, gone to university. Now I have many friends here. Further, I have many friends, local friends, families, and yeah, that's why.
Private Williams is from, you're from California, if I got that right, are you?
Yes, sir.
And what brings you to Ukraine?
Basically, I saw what was happening on the Ukrainian border, Russia mobilizing, and I wanted to help defend Ukraine and its free people from Russian aggression.
Of course, there are Georgian soldiers also here. For example, this insignia that you see, the Georgian National Legion. They are here fighting, training, and the aim is to ensure, as they say, that they will be able to defend, and they intend going to the borders to ensure that they are able to ensure that the last line of defense is maintained at the border. With cameraman Pawan Kumar in Kiev, Ukraine, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
All right, let's move on and get you some news from the world of cricket. And sadly so, the Indian women cricket team on their tour to New Zealand has lost to New Zealand in their third consecutive match.
A do-or-die match for the Indian women's team against New Zealand, and Shabnani Meghna once again provided a good start. Shefali Verma also came good this time, and the two openers added 100 runs for the first wicket. India then lost a few quick wickets in the middle overs, but runs kept coming at a decent rate. After skipper Mithali Raj, who scored a half-century in the last game, Harmanpreet Kaur was once again a failure, but Deepti Sharma scored an unbeaten 69 to help India set White Ferns a 280-run target. With the ball, India had a dream start with Jhulan Goswami breathing fire to remove New Zealand openers cheaply. However, Amelia Kerr and Amy Satterthwaite got White Ferns back on track with a 103-run stand for the third wicket, with both getting a half-century each. Jhulan once again gave India a window of opportunity with a breakthrough. Lauren Down kept the Indian bowlers at bay, while the batters from the other end gave her good company to close in on the target. The script turned out to be similar to what happened in the last two games, and India failed to defend a score that seemed competitive enough. Lauren Down remained unbeaten on 64 and was well supported by number 8 Katie Martin and Frances McKay, who came in to bat at number 9, as White Ferns took an unassailable 3-0 lead in the 5-match ODI series. The victory for New Zealand sealed the series for them. For India, Harmanpreet's poor run with the bat continues to remain a massive concern. Failure to defend good totals on two back-to-back occasions would also bother the women in blue. The Women's World Cup is scheduled to begin next month in New Zealand, and a series of losses could affect the confidence of the team. For India, it was their fourth successive loss on this tour of New Zealand, having also lost the one-off T20 match that was followed by the ODIs. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Welcome back. You're watching a Fact Check segment where we bust certain myths masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. You might have received a video of alleged SP workers cadre firing and brandishing weapons in the air in Meerut. The fact on that, this video is fake. This was something that happened 5 years ago, had nothing to do with the current elections. With that quick fact check, time for us to go into a quick break, but you do stay with me because on the other side is my election dispatch from the state of Punjab.